The Black Church. There are many whom reference the Black Church, but have no idea what the Black Church is. So hopefully this will help and educate those with the knowledge and history of the Black Church. While in general usage it may refer to any congregation predominantly comprising African Americans, it is most often associated with one of 7 major denominations. Just to be clear, having a black pastor does not just make the church a black church as identified here. These are the denominations and affiliations of the Black Church. So when you mention the Black Church, you can identify it with the assistance provided here. Some enslaved Africans were brought to America as professing Christians, but most became Christians while enslaved. White Methodists and Baptists made a concerted effort to convert their slaves. Nevertheless, they often abused these brothers and sisters in Christ. During the First and Second Great Awakenings in the late 18th and early 19th centuries, thousands of slaves and free blacks converted and began to place their stamp on Christianity. 3 things characterize this religion of the slave: the preacher, the music, and the frenzy. Du Bois wrote in The Souls of Black Folk, 1903. Many Christian slaves in the American South had to worship secretly. Their worship led to primary visible institutions that influenced and inspired other social institutions. For instance, some historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs, were founded by denominations to train preachers and educate other African Americans. Black churches have also been at the forefront of providing social services to their communities and organizing political action, such as during the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 1960s. Black Methodists left their segregated congregation in 1794 and founded the African Methodist Episcopal Church. The African Methodist Episcopal (AME) Church was the first independent Protestant denomination founded by black people. In the 1820s, another group of black Methodists separated and founded the African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church. Former Baptist ministers who were expelled because they embraced Pentecostalism founded the Church of God in Christ. The African Methodist Episcopal Church (AME). The AME dates from 1787 when it split from the Methodist Church. It has roughly 3.5 million members located throughout the U.S., Caribbean, and Africa. The AME Church supports over a dozen colleges and seminaries. The African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church, AMEZ. The AMEZ Church began in New York in the late 18th century after splitting from the Methodist Church. The AMEZ denomination currently has over 1.2 million members throughout the U.S., Caribbean, and Africa. The Christian Methodist Episcopal Church, CME. The CME is one of 3 major African American denominations derived from the Wesleyan tradition in America. It was organized by 41 ex-slaves in 1870 in Jackson, Tennessee, and has over 3,000 churches throughout the U.S., West Africa, Haiti, and Jamaica. The CME is presided over by 10 bishops, sponsors 4 colleges and 1 seminary, and has a worldwide membership of 800,000. The Church of God in Christ, COGIC. The Church of God in Christ was founded early in the 20th century. It is primarily an urban-centered church and has over 5.5 million members in the U.S.C.H. Mason Seminary, located in Atlanta, is its only African American seminary. Baptist. There are 3 predominantly African American Baptist conventions with a total of approximately 13.5 million members. These are the National Baptist Convention of America, NBCA, the National Baptist Convention, USA, Incorporated, NBC, and the Progressive National Baptist Convention, PNBC. The conventions are located throughout the U.S. and several additional countries. United Methodist Church, UMC. The Methodist Church was founded in 1784. Black constituency within the Methodist Church has remained stable since 1968 when several factions merged to form the United Methodist Church. The UNC has approximately 3,500 African American churches, primarily in the U.S. As of the date of this writing, there have been 42 African Americans elected to the episcopacy since 1968. Presbyterian Church, USA. African American Presbyterian congregations were first organized in Philadelphia in 1807. Currently, there are over 65,000 black Presbyterians in the U.S., Africa, and Southeast Asia. Major historically black Protestant denominations, and when they were founded. 1. African Methodist Episcopal AME Church, 1816. 2. African Methodist Episcopal Zion AME Zion Church, 1821. 3. Christian Methodist Episcopal CME Church, 1870. 4. National Baptist Convention USA Incorporated, 1880. 5. Church of God in Christ COGIC, 1897. 6. National Baptist Convention of America International Incorporated, 1915. 7. Progressive National Baptist Convention Incorporated, 1961. 8. Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship International, 1994.